Welcome to Tuesday, June 9th, 2020. Some of you are saying June? No, more like March or April, especially for folks who are going to be listening and watching this podcast in southeastern Wyoming and parts of northern Colorado where it snowed. Not just did it snow, but it snowed a lot in some areas. But the good news is that snow ends today and the rain. Summer starts up again for the second half of the week and into the weekend. But it's still going to be cool and windy. Today, the skies are going to clear out by mid to late morning and early afternoon, but it will be a chilly day. This much needed rain and snow will help many. There were some areas that got well over an inch of rain and wet snow, but there are still some dry pockets. So hopefully we can get some more rain, but the last week has helped out a lot of areas that needed some moisture. Now we get back into summer patterns by Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend with consistently warm temperatures and late day thunderstorms. By Thursday and Friday, you're going to forget what's happened here over the last 24 hours because we just go right back into a summer pattern again. This is the view from the I-80 summit early this morning between Laramie and Cheyenne. So with visibility like that, and what has been reported to be as much as 10 to 12 inches of snow up on the summit, I-80 closed this morning between Laramie and Cheyenne. This is what it looks like in Laramie this morning. Estimates in town about 6 inches, although a lot of that settled. So around Laramie, depending on your part of town you're in, as much as 6 to 10 inches of snow. Reports of a lot of tree damage in Laramie. Because of the heavy wet snow that's caused some power outages. Laramie really the hardest hit. This is near Fox Park on Highway 230 between Woods Landing and on the way to Walden and into Colorado. Snowy Range getting quite a bit of snow. This is Walden, Colorado, waking up to some snow on the grassy areas and the cold surfaces. Here we are right now with the upper level low right over southeastern Colorado. And this, as we discussed, is a very strong system for early June. But I want to remind folks that this has happened before in early June. This is really not that unusual. This is the biggest snow event, though, for some of you, for places like Laramie since 1974. This much snow this late. What's interesting about the Laramie area with the snow that they got last night and early this morning is the exact same date this happened in 1974. In 1974, Laramie got 6 inches of snow the night of June 8th and another couple of inches the morning of June 9th. Exact same dates, 1974 this happened. As we go through the week, though, you can see that this system moves out, and by Friday and Thursday, we see another low coming into the Pacific Northwest, but a nice big ridge in the Rockies. See these warmer looking colors here. High pressure builds over the central and southern plains. And here's your flow of air again, where it comes in right back in from the desert southwest. So here we are with the cold flow coming in from the northwest. We reverse that by Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend, and it warms up quite a bit again. Now we've got another Pacific trough. We may have to deal with this guy later, but at least for the end of the week and the weekend and early next week, we have a nice big warm up. Also, it dries out. This is the precipitation forecast Wednesday through Friday. You can see we're going to have some afternoon showers and thunderstorms, but nothing heavy. This is your garden variety afternoon or evening thunderstorm pattern that will develop late this week. I do think the weekend we'll see an uptick in thunderstorms, but it is going to be staying warm. Going all the way out into the weekend, you can see that high pressure ridge. We still have that west coast trough again, but we build up the warmth. Rather cool in the Great Lakes and east, rather cool in the Pacific Northwest and California again. Then 10 days out. This is next Thursday and Friday, the 18th and 19th of June. We have another trough coming in. So by late next week, this trough will bring along a cold front and we'll probably have a cool down late next week and into the start of next weekend. What we're seeing, folks, here in June is a lot of back and forth still, but we don't see the establishment of any really big time heat that will last. Yes, we'll have some warm to hot days, but they won't last, at least through the second and third week of the month. Going out to 15 days. This takes us all the way out to June 24th, and you can see that we have high pressure building in the west and this trough in the eastern areas of the United States. The type of pattern that we see developing for the end of June is warmer out here in the west, cooler east of the divide and in the Great Lakes and Rockies. So we're not looking at any Midwest heat wave or any Corn Belt heat wave, at least through the rest of June. But we do see some heat building back in right at the end of the month and into early July. Thanks for listening and watching the Day Weather Podcast. Stay warm.